I'm Clay Thomas, and this is my story. I grew up in a small town in West Texas, in the oil field. And as you can imagine, in the oil field, God, there's drugs everywhere. And at an early age, I began to drink and party with my buddies. And before long, I began to use. One thing led to another. I mean, you know how an addict is. Before long, you're lying, you're stealing from your family. And I was lying and stealing because I was ashamed, and I was spending all of our money. And it wasn't long, I was in my mid-20s, that I found myself in a jail cell. I was there for many years before just carrying that hate and that anger and that despair. I mean, I really felt like my life was over. I didn't think I was ever going to get my family back. There was a lot of things there that were unknown. And I spiraled. I did. But during that time, I kept seeing these guys, and I knew they were Christians. I knew they went to church, and there was something about them. I didn't know what it was, but just the happiness. And I was sitting there thinking, man, that guy's got a 25, 35, 45-year sentence. And they're happy. And I didn't understand it because I'd never experienced that. And one of the guys there, a real special friend of mine, he came up and asked me, he says, hey, you want to read the Bible with me? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want to read the Bible with you. And he didn't push. He was just like, okay, I'll catch you again later. And a little bit later, I started reading with him. And still didn't get it, but God's word is powerful. And as he's reading it, I'm starting to see some things, and I'm like, man, what is it about this Jesus that brings peace? Because I don't get it. One day, sitting in my cell in F-111, I'll never forget it. I was thinking, God, I'm tired of this. I can't do it anymore. I mean, I had this despair and anger, and I'm tired of being mad at you. I'm tired of being mad at my parents. I'm tired of being mad at myself. How do I get past this? And I got down on my knees and I asked Jesus to forgive me. I said, change me. And since then, my life's never been the same. I began teaching young men in prison. I began mentoring. Suddenly, I became someone that, hey, I'm looking up to him now. That I was that guy that people were kind of watching like, look at this joy. Look at this happiness. Jesus changed my life. So I work in Kairos because Kairos is a prison ministry. Basically what we do is we go in and we do a 4-day retreat, and we try to get the roughest of the roughest men in there, and we just love on them, and we show them the love of Christ. We show them what we call agape love. The unconditional love. We don't care what you're in here for. We don't care what you did. We just want to tell you about a Jesus that saved our lives. You know, having been in prison, it's almost like being in a spiritual prison. I mean, whenever I was without Christ, I was free at one time before I went in, but yet I was in chains. There were chains that were binding me stronger than any that I could have ever had with those prison walls. And after I gave my life to Christ, even though I was in prison, I was free. So if you think what you've done in the past or who you are right now is too big, it's just too bad for Jesus to forgive you, I want you to know that your story's not finished. If Jesus can change me, he can change anyone.